Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills, this is Logan Burgess. Today is Tuesday the 8th and we have the market trading lower here. Old crop corn down 2 1/4 cents, new crop corn down 2 cents. Soybeans for the old crop trading down 24 3/4, new crop down only 9 1/4 here. It is pretty interesting when you look at soybeans. We have seen that old crop sell off here relative to new crop with this report. Now, of course, we do have a Friday WASDE report coming down the pipe here, Logan, and looks as though Reuters conducted a survey here today, kind of giving the average analyst guess. What's the big takeaway for this report? What are people looking for?
Well, you know, if we look back to the acreage numbers that we got on June 30th from the USDA, really not a lot of surprise for corn, generally in line with what traders were expecting. Soybeans was the big market shock there in that June 30th report, so there is going to be more focus, I think, on the bean carryout here as we move toward Friday's report. If you take a look here at this slide, as you said, Cody, this poll was conducted by Reuters, and you can see analysts on average are expecting the USDA to add about 50 million bushels to corn carryout. Really not a big number there. As I said, though, the average analyst is putting U.S. 2014-15 soybean carryout at 418 million bushels. That's 98 million bushels higher than what we saw in June. So I think it's really known that we are going to get a massive increase to ending stocks here, but obviously a lot of surprises could be coming down the pipe in that Friday report.
Absolutely, and you know, like you were saying, I mean, yield continues. We've seen crop progress come out very positive when it comes to the overall crop progress. So yield's going to be positive, and acreage is going to be big. So this is going to be a real big demand report. Speaking of demand, we did have Egypt's GASC announce that they were looking for 55 to 60,000 metric tons of wheat. That's going to be good to see. Also across the news wires today is the river north of St. Louis is closed here. That should be relatively temporary here. It's not going to last forever. We do still seem to have relatively strong bids here along the river. So just keep that in mind going forward. Logan, when we look at soybeans here, where's the next stop? We've been trading down sharply, you know, following this report on or last Monday. You know, we said, you know, we need to be aggressive in pricing some soybeans because you just don't know when this thing's going to come up for air. Where do you think the next potential stopping point is?
Well, you know, I guess the next obvious stopping point here would be 1095. You can see here, these were the lows that we printed back in January. So that's going to act as a very a key area of support here for new crop beans. Those were contract lows for the November 14 contract. I mean, just in my own personal opinion, I think that's going to act as some support. But when you look at the carryout numbers that you see, you look at the acreage, you look at the yield that we're looking at right now, I think that bean prices are going to be pressured significantly past 1095 as we approach October, November, especially if we don't get a weather scare. And as this crop continues to develop here, as we move through each week with still, you know, relatively ideal growing conditions, I think it's going to further weaken this market. At this point, we're going to have to wait to see either a weather scare develop or significant return to the demand side. And right now, it looks like these production additions that we're going to be seeing are trumping any new demand that we're seeing in the market.
Absolutely. So there you have it, about 1095 possible support here for soybeans when we're looking at that November contract. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll break down the WASDE report and expectations here in more detail in the days to come. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions about what we talked about, please give us a call at 877-472-4607. Take care.